Vlogging, one of the most popular types of content ever on this platform. Vlogging has been existing on YouTube for quite a while. I think it's fair to say that every YouTuber once in a while has done a vlog or are interested in doing so. Creators have based their content around vlogs like David Dobrik.
I hate going for checkups. The doctor always touches my balls. Do all doctors do that? Yeah. Dude, I think my dad's a doctor.
Casey Neistat. And my personal favorite, Logan Paul.
What is he doing nowadays anyway?
Oh. Even one of the biggest Minecraft YouTubers, Tommy Innit, who has 11 million subscribers, whose most viewed video is a vlog. Even the first video uploaded on YouTube ever was a vlog.
The cool thing about these guys is that they have really long fronts.
The vlogging scene was growing at an exponential rate across the world with nothing stopping it. When lockdown hit, the world shut down. Everything was closed, restrictions were tight, and everybody was forced to stay home. There were many ups and downs with the lockdowns for the internet. People were bored out of their mind, stuck in their homes, which led to more traffic to the internet. But at the same time, content creators were limited with the ideas they could implement. Vlogging kind of fell off and got ratioed by the Minecraft YouTubers. Vlogging eventually came back around early 2021 with the production of the COVID vaccines, and many big influencers were starting to make IRL content again. But this video is not about that kind of vlogging. This is about something completely different from what the type of vlogging we have experienced, which has not surfaced around the internet as much as it should be. This video is about the Vagrant Holiday. On the 18th of December 2017, Vagrant Holiday channel was made. On the outside, it just seems like a normal vlog channel. A faceless, nameless YouTuber who likes to go on adventures on holidays. But on the inside, this is something different from what other vloggers do. What Vagrant does is travel around the world like France.
I have no idea what any of this is. No idea.
Germany.
I'm actually surprised by how nice it is. And that's what I like about traveling Europe. You see a lot more surprises like that. You travel the US, all the cities look like some shit-stained toddler designed it with a Lego collection.
Spain.
Why take out the trash when you can just tie it to the front of your house? And it makes things look a lot more vibrant.
Japan.
I just watched two guys pump $30 into a goddamn machine to win a waifu. I don't really know what to think about that one.
And more with spending as little as possible. And when I say spending as little as possible, I mean it. He avoids paying any kind of money and resides sleeping in unusual spaces. He takes extreme measures like gently walking to a hotel, borrowing some sheets, going to some basement, and making it his bedroom without a single soul knowing about it for 2 fucking nights. He also briefly shows us tips and tricks he uses, such as getting a free breakfast, using receipts to use the McDonald's bathroom, finding the right place to sleep in the middle of nowhere, crossing lines.
This is how I cut lines. Stand over here next to the front of it, inch closer and closer every now and then, and once they start moving in, I'll move in with them.
He seems to be very experienced in what he does and constantly warns us that what he's doing is fucking stupid and that nobody should imitate his mischiefs.
And I'm fucking stupid for doing this. Don't be as dumb as me. Do this stupid shit.
Almost all of his videos follow the same routine. He spawns in the middle of nowhere, finds a spot to sleep for a few days, finds a spot to stash his baggage, explores the city, gets his shit together, and leaves for the next destination. And this routine works most of the time. In almost all of his videos, he seems to not like people in particular. He expresses his hatred with stupid one-liners you hear in a video game every second, but it's, dare I say, pretty good.
Amsterdam, it's crowded, it's touristy, and it's loud. This might be the most annoying city in Europe I've ever seen.
Like, just read his about section. Vagrant Holiday is a side project done purely for fun. No profits made and no interest in making them. Don't care about the view counts. No release schedule. Go outside. His upload schedule, as he said before, was non-existent, but it also is existent. Kinda. Let me explain in a better way. Since 2017, he has been uploading about 2 videos every year around June and December. And well, it's not like a daily upload, but his audience knew when to expect videos mostly. And then 2020 came around with the lockdown and his audience didn't expect anything. But he was up to schedule and uploaded a video in June 2020 called The Riot Holiday, in which he was stuck in Seattle due to COVID restrictions and decided to film the riot happening at Seattle and be a neutral observer.
Huh. Pac-Man. What do I need that for?
October 4th, 2020. An early Christmas came from Vagrant's audience as he uploaded a video called The Forbidden Island. This video soon gained traction and is the reason that I'm even making this video, and most of the people discovered him due to this video, with the algorithm pushing this video in everyone's recommended sections, and with the video gaining almost 1 million views. Get strapped, get a snack, let's dive into the Forbidden Island. The McNeil Island is a small island located at the southwest of Tacoma, Washington. The island in its entirety of existence was mostly a prison, which was later closed, and the McNeil Island Correction Center was made, which soon also had to be closed due to prison being too expensive to run. And now on the island there's only a detention center that remains to this day, containing violent sex offenders, pedophiles, and the people who have served their sentences but are not allowed to be let out the world due to their mental state. This video goes almost the same as his other videos, but the difference is him kayaking towards the island and then stashing his stuff. One thing about this is that I'm surprised that he kayaked to the island without being caught or seen by anyone, which makes me question the security of the island a little bit. Vagrant then finds a hiding spot to camp, proceeds to stash his kayak and the backpack he had bought with him.
State of Washington, McNeil Island Commitment Center. Keep clear 100 yards. Yeah, I'll get to that when I leave.
He then proceeds down to the road towards the dock in time which the night sets in. We first time see the view of the dock, which is said to be only way to enter the island, quote unquote, legally. He almost gets caught. Yeah, forgot to mention that. This shows that the security and the patrol of the inside of the island are pretty strict. We encounter our first ever abandoned house. The islands are filled with abandoned houses as people were living here until 2007 when they were kicked out of the island. The place is filled with molds and insects as it has been untouched for almost 2 decades. And don't worry, there are no jump scares, I promise.
Looks like more mold.
The place is pretty much empty, so Vagrant decides to move on and find another house which feels like it has been used recently. The place resembles an office that must have been used by the federal police. He then finds a lot of houses that seem like it has been in use recently. He thinks it's some sort of a training ground as he finds ammunition shells in the dumpster, and to avoid trouble decides to move on. He then arrives at a neighborhood that is completely abandoned and decides to explore a bit, but most of them are just dead ends. And finally, we get a view of why he broke into the island.
So what I came to see is in front of me. Probably can't see it in the camera, but maybe I can explain it. So there's actually 2 prisons on this island. Well, technically neither are prisons, because one's a commitment center, and the other one, completely abandoned. So of course I had the wild idea that I would come and try to get into the abandoned one. We got vehicles driving.
He decides to explore more of the island and then stumbles upon buildings. This time the buildings he saw were not documented, which means that there are mysteries and information still not public about the island, which entices us what else is hidden in this place that we don't know about. Vagrant decides to move on to find the school and finds it eventually. As usual, the doors are bolted shut. He finds a way in through the back door which was not shut properly and...
Nice. Wait, this doesn't look like a school. What the fuck is this? It's a goddamn bowling alley in here.
Yeah, a fucking bowling alley. I hope it doesn't start bawling as the songs spell out the patrol police and he might get it. After bowling and billiards, he explores the building and finds a church. The building seems pretty old as the book in the church dates back to 1967. We see some old computer math games, bank account documents, and a lot of paperwork. This shows that the people living there were forced immediately out of the island with no prior information, and that's why there is so much abandoned stuff just lying here and there. The classrooms look decent, until Vagrant notices that the light in the exit sign is still on, which means that the electricity is still intact in the school. We also find some circulars which date back to 2007. He leaves the school to explore the neighborhood. There are so many more abandoned houses that would take him ages to explore all of them, so he decides to pass them. After a bit of exploring, he finds what he was looking for.
Charles Johnson House. That's it. Just looks like an abandoned house to me.
The house from outside seemed pretty normal, boarded shut like most of the houses. But then Vagrant finds something that is, well, you can see it yourself.
Yes, it is. Oh shit, what are they doing in here? What is this stuff? Is this what I think it is? Is this seriously just a bunch of fucking crystal meth on this goddamn table right here? Is this a fucking meth lab?
Yeah, you heard that right. You even saw that right. A fucking meth lab. This was probably the reason I am making this video, because finding a meth lab while breaking and trespassing into an island, which is filled with cops and violent prisoners, should sound straight out of a movie. It's like playing a horror game, and he's the protagonist and acts like he's playing in easy mode. I genuinely started feeling like an NPC when I was binge watching his content. The one-liner jokes he makes, his self-narrative commentary, his attitude, all of this just makes me feel like I'm playing Resident Evil or Max Payne.
What the hell does BB stand for anyway? Backstabbing bastard.
Night fades in, and he soon decides to go back to his camp. The next day he goes to the beach side of the island to enter the island in another way, and then finds a way to a cross side.
Yeah, there it is. It's a pickup truck.
He then thinks of hitchhiking through the woods, but it soon turns out to be a bad plan as he wasn't covering much ground through hitchhiking, and decides to just return to the camp and rest. After night sets in, he decides to leave his camp to the abandoned prison, but before that he takes a quick detour to another documented house called the Warden's House. I have no idea why it's called the Warden's House. The house is kind of a disappointment. It was common to all the abandoned houses, but this one included the special rat crap.
Alright, well, you're not going to be able to see this on camera, but I'm standing on a hill overlooking the prison. It used to be a federal facility, the Alcatraz of the Pacific Northwest. In fact, the Birdman of Alcatraz was actually locked up here for some time, and so was Charles Manson from 61 to 66. It's surrounded by roads and there's some sporadic traffic, so it's going to be a gamble on whether I'm seen or not by going down there, but fuck it, I'm going to try. Alright. I'm officially in fucking prison. Jesus Christ, what the fuck am I doing? Looks like there's a door back here. There's no way this would be unlocked, right? There's only one way to find out. Oh shit.
From the look of it, the prison did seem to be abandoned, with the toilets looking like a scene from Outlast, and the tiles which were completely flooded with water. Vagrant seems to find a reception-looking room, and some clothes with some acronyms. Finally, we get a view of the prison cells where the prisoners were kept. This one is where the prisoners were kept who I think did a small amount of trolling, mostly petty criminals. The cells look pretty bad with a bed, table, missing sinks, and a mirror. I assume that the prisoners here get more freedom from the choice of going outside the cell. Vagrant decides to leave to explore more buildings of the prison. He explores another building that contained the same cells, but also with some old telephones. He then stumbles upon another building which looked a bit different than the others. The doors were locked, but after trying some doors he finds his way in. The building seems to be a hospital with documents of patients and x-ray machines. He then finds the dining hall where the small amount of trolling prisoners ate, the kitchen and another dining hall. He finds another prison located inside the building which looked serious. This is the prison I assume where they kept the people who did a little too much trolling. The doors are made with bars and the cells are a literal nightmare with a bed and a table below it with the toilet residing right beside the table.
Oh shit. No. Fucking stupid me.
The ceilings are barely holding on with the constant rain and the place seems to be in a pretty shitty condition. Vagrant then finds a way to the depths of the building and deeper.
Looks like there's some steam tunnels back here.
Deeper. Deeper.
Goes down.
Dead end. He finds a branching part to the outside of the building. While exploring the area, he finds another building with an open door, and the building seems to be the same type of prison. He finds a way to the roof of the building, and we get a view of the whole abandoned prison. After exploring the prison, Vagrant then decides to leave the abandoned prison. After passing a few offices with the lights on and empty buildings, after backtracking a bit and running through streets and buildings and street lamps.
There it is, the commitment center. Home of pedophiles and molesters. People who have served their prison sentence but are still too fucked up to be let into society. Let's go check it out. Nah, I'm just kidding. I'm not going anywhere near that fucking place. But yeah, that's McNeil Island. Don't come here. It's against the fucking law.
I highly suggest you watch the original video and check out his channel, as it is 100% worth it, and also you can enjoy more intense stuff that happens. There aren't many types of vloggers who do this stuff, and even if there are, they probably want to because of the monetary gain or views. Vagrant also has a BitChute channel, which is a platform to upload videos like YouTube. I think they are there to archive the videos if something happened to his YouTube channel. He also seems to have an IMDb page. I don't know why, but it exists. There have been many theories circling Vagrant that he is the surveillance cameraman.
Cute.
If you don't know who the surveillance cameraman was, he was a guy who used to film people in public without their permission. He would just record them silently. The purpose of the recording was to make people realize that it doesn't matter because the world is surrounded by security cameras, that they are already being recorded anyways. There's a really cool short video essay about surveillance cameraman which goes in depth about the purpose of the channel. There will be a link down in the description where you can check it out. People were comparing Vagrant and surveillance cameraman and found a lot in common, with the similarities of their voices. The first video of the SCM being in Seattle, where Vagrant is situated, the subtle references of SCM in his videos.
Huh. Just taking a video? I doubt that.
What are you doing?
I'm just taking a video.
Can you ask us why you're taking a video?
Just taking a video.
Who are you?
Who are you and why are you taking our photo?
Oh, I'm taking a video.
Excuse me, man, we're having class in here. Can you,
Oh, it's fine. I'm just taking a video.
The fact that the upload on Vagrant channel started soon after the videos of surveillance cameraman was taken down in around 2018, and so much more. While researching, I discovered an investigation revolving around one of Vagrant's videos called The Riot Holiday, which is now age-restricted, where Vagrant filmed a guy who was seen carrying something out of a damaged vehicle, which was later turned out to be a firearm, was soon arrested for the possession of stolen firearm. If you want to read the press-released investigation report, there will be a link in the description. For the 1% of the people who survived my rambling till now, thank you for watching this video. I have a Twitter which you can follow to get updates on future videos. Banger tweets! I also have a Discord server which you can join if you want to hang out and talk about more theories or something. This was my first time making a video essay and I enjoyed it and want to make more long-form commentaries and essays. I also want to delve into short video essays too, because holy shit, it takes so much time to make longer videos. So yeah, bye.